providing resources and comfort to caregivers. This is Caregiver Crossing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Caregiver Crossing. Thank you for being here. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. If this is your first time joining us, Caregiver Crossing is a show brought to you by Joy's House, presented in partnership with Cardon and Associates, and we're here every week, as long as they'll allow us to talk about all things caregiving. And again, we're glad you're here. I'm Terry Stacy, along with Tina McIntosh.
Hi. Oh, hi. Hey.
Hi. And next to her is producer Noah.
Hello,
Noah. Hey, we're going to talk about a nun study.
Like NUN, right?
NUN, like a study about nuns in just a moment. But first, we're going to talk about Fortnite because...
Oh, I'm sure that hits our target audience right now.
Just
I'm sure
real quick.
Everybody listening plays Fortnite. So here's the deal. Fortnite's a game.
Well, wait a minute.
What?
Would you suggest that caregivers perhaps venture into Fortnite?
Well, so here's the deal. This all started because before we came on air, we were talking about the fact that I play Fortnite. And I said, I'm not embarrassed, nor am I proud necessarily. But
she whispered it.
I do.
She was whispering it when she was telling
I didn't want y'all to hear. But I do play. I started playing last December with my son because I wanted to do something that he enjoys. And then I really realized that for me, I checked out of everything. Like, I'm not worried about dinner. I'm not worried about the dogs having to go out. I'm not worried about work. Like, I don't care. And I'll just play. And I won't play for hours, although I'm sure I've done that. But I do think you can make fun of it. And I probably would if I were you. What I do think is if we all had something where we could just check out for a few, it centers us differently, kind of resets things.
I agree with you. And look, you're hooked.
I really am. I don't like the new season, but that's a different conversation.
I think it's probably more relatable than you think.
I mean, no one knows what I'm talking about.
I can say I am a proud Fortnite player too. I do think that the checking out part is important because it's really, really, I mean, obviously it's really fun, but hearing that you got to play it with your son and that connection aspect of it,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's really, really important.
I like it too.
I want to be very clear that Webster, my son, when this whole thing started, I think he thought it was kind of weird and cool, right? Like they would Snapchat their friends of me playing. I was like, so rude. And then he enjoyed it for a minute. Then he got annoyed because I wasn't very good in the beginning. And now he gets annoyed because I play it on his PC. And that really, his personal computer.
Oh, right,
so
right.
that really bugs him. But it's okay, fine. You live in my house. I'm going to play Fortnite.
Yeah, you get access to the computer.
I think it's a great thing. And I recently bought myself some virtual reality goggles.
Yes.
And I am going places I will never venture to. And again, these are just in 5-minute increments. They're not long.
That's right.
But I love it. And again, it
it's the
takes
same
you away.
concept, right?
It's the same concept, taking you away from something.
All right. I do want to give a caution for anybody who's done VR. Have you done VR?
Yeah, I have. I've done it once.
Virtual reality?
Yeah.
I know you know, but I want to make sure I'm saying
Everybody else
the words,
knows,
right?
yes.
Right.
Have you done the one where you go up in the elevator and you step out onto the plank?
I have not
That is
done
the
that
only
one.
one I've done, and I am absolutely terrified of heights. It felt way too real.
Yeah.
It is so real. And do you know people have like injured themselves because when you come out on the VR on the plank, you feel like you're on it. So when you start to fall,
Right.
people have hit the ground.
People really think they're
have
falling.
crashed into their TVs.
They've been hurt. There's actually now that there's when you check into emergency room, it's already printed on the form.
No.
Hurt by gaming.
Are you serious?
I'm kidding.
Oh, I mean, I could probably.
No.
I believe it.
probably
But I
strain
bet-
my
but I
thumbs
bet.
in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Right. I bet that is become
for
more
sure.
of like pickleball injuries are now really common. And so I'm guessing there's been some injuries.
Yeah.
Enough.
I should probably play
With virtual
pickleball
reality.
more than I play Fortnite. But anyway,
It's super fun.
Let's talk about NUNs.
The nuns?
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to talk about it? Who wants to bring up the study?
I mean, Noah brought it to our attention. It's this overview, this nun study that was originally launched in 1986 by Dr. David Snowden. And he was exploring, I believe, aging and cognitive resilience. And he involved the school sisters of Notre Dame. So right in our state.
Right.
So a group of Catholic nuns who were dedicated to education and service. And so these nuns agreed to donate their brains for research.
Wow.
And that would allow then for him and others to study, insights into brain health and aging. And so there's this focus on lifelong learning that comes with it. And there were a few key findings to it. I don't know, Noah, if you want to share the key findings.
Yeah, I would love to. So I think there were some really interesting things that Dr. Snowden found. First one is the higher education levels correlate with greater cognitive resilience, allowing some nuns to show almost no symptoms despite having brain disease.
That's amazing.
That is really
amazing.
That is amazing.
And again,
Okay.
do we know the ages of the nuns when they passed?
They were
Did they have
between
good long
2
lives?
and 102.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Very wide range.
Nailed it.
One of the other key findings was that strong social bonds and emotional well-being contribute to better cognitive health, with nuns engaging in community activities. I think we at Caregiver Crossing kind of know this, but it is really important that it's shown in these findings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this takes me right to Sister Act.
Well, I believe that they donated their brains when the actors were done.
It was
That's
so
not
good.
true.
It is not true.
No.
Many are still alive.
No,
Nobody's here.
But let's transfer this to what it means for caregivers. And so it means that caregivers have to prioritize our own mental, social, and physical health. So that is take up a new hobby. It might be VR. It might be pickleball. It might be,
Fortnite.
Could be Fortnite.
I mean, whatever it is, or participate in book clubs or something to stimulate the brain. Join community groups and volunteer and participate in social gatherings. I know, y'all, that's not easy to do. Sometimes it's just easier to, can I say, not put on a bra and like stay at home with a cup of tea? Am I allowed to say that?
Sure you can.
Because I just did.
Well,
But
yeah.
you
Okay,
did.
say it
But
again.
it's true. Like you just want to stay in your PJs and not have to shower and just hole up in your house.
That's okay.
Those days are important. You can't do it every day. You've got to get out. You have to have a social network. And so, and then you aim for at least, this is where I feel like I'm always lecturing myself, 30 minutes of physical activity most days. That can be walking. That can be dancing. That can be yoga. Do you guys ever dance by yourselves at home?
No.
I love to dance
By
by
yourself?
myself. I will
home?
all the time.
In the mirror?
I'll put headphones in, turn them on as loud as possible, and just dance a little bit in the mirror.
I love that.
It's so much
Do you
fun.
have good moves?
No.
Yeah.
They're absolutely
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, I feel that pain. Like there are times I get off of like a really serious meeting when I'm at home, and I just in my head I break it down like Elaine on Seinfeld, if anybody's familiar. Yeah. And I have a gigantic mirror, and I catch myself and think it's a good thing nobody else is here. But there's something it does for me. Like it's not
It's the
30
movement.
minutes,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
like I get it out, like I'm bursting. Anyway, and then practice mindfulness and reflection. Those are really important things to do. I know we're going to have to take a break, but we will be back. We have got, can I say the most special guest today?
You can.
The most special guest today. So please stick around. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Can't wait. You're listening to Caregiver Crossing. This is a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing. It's brought to you by, or brought to you as a service of, Joy's House in partnership with Cardon and Associates, with locations in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus too. Joy's House provides exceptional day service for individual living with a life-altering diagnosis and compassionate support too for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joy's House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their very best life, regardless of their abilities. Learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or by using or visiting joyshouse.org, and do that today. That web address again is joyshouse.org. All right, everybody, stick around. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after this.
We are back on Caregiver Crossing. I'm Tina McIntosh, co-host of the show with my lovely co-host,
Terry Stacy. Hello.
And we're in studio with our producer.
Hello.
That's Noah. And we have somebody really special with us here today. I want to tell you a little bit about her before I introduce her. I got to know this woman when she was an occupational therapy instructor. She's been an advocate as long as I've known her, which is 25 years. And for those living with dementia, she herself was diagnosed with dementia years ago. And she's joined us in studio to talk about what that experience has been like and to give us some insight. And I just love her. Her name is Becky Barton. Becky, welcome to Caregiver Crossing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's we've been friends for a long time.
Yes.
I just want to let you know Terry's going to pull that mic to your face. And this is going to be a little bit of a different time for us here in Caregiver Crossing because we're here with Becky and we just want to ask some questions and we want to hear from her. And I can tell you that I have loved her for a long, long time. And so Becky, thank you for being open. I know I've seen you do so many talks about living with dementia. Can you share a little bit with us now about what it was like? Do you remember being diagnosed?
Yes, I do. I think I wasn't really accepting it, you know. And my students did. And I was a professor of OT, occupational therapies. And I was, and this is part of it, I can't get the words out with dementia. And I sometimes I was late for school, as you will. That's not me at all.
You were always very prompt, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
I was. And so that was one highlight that people were picking up on it. And you can hear right now when I'm talking. Mm-hmm. I can't get the words out clearly. And that's part of the dementia. And I've been trying to, I was always a fast talker, you know, and so I'm trying to work on that. You know, I'm still an OT at heart.
As a matter of fact, Becky, this is Tina. And you used to tell me that I was an honorary occupational therapist.
Absolutely. We've known here a long time.
A long time. And so I don't know. I mean, I you're living with dementia. And so it's hard when I say things like, do you remember? Because the answer might be yes or no, but you tell me, do you remember what it felt like on the inside?
When it was going on, I didn't. I don't think I knew what was going on.
Okay, it took other people saying,
yes.
Hey, Becky, hey, Professor Barton, I think there might be some kind of an issue here.
Yes, I have one story that I can tell you. I've been to Ukraine twice with students.
Wow.
And the second time that I went to them, what's the word again? Ukraine. And I was telling, what's it called? A speech. And I could not, I had it on my a paper, but I couldn't read it.
But you couldn't read it.
But I couldn't read it. And I couldn't get it through it. And we had a person that was doing when you can't. This is not. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So I think I know the word, but I don't want to say it.
Say it.
You sure?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Interpreter.
Yes, I had an interpreter, and I just couldn't do it, and I was so embarrassed. And so that was, and my colleagues were with me, you know, and it was just, I didn't know what was happening. I did, but I didn't, if you will. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Did your husband notice?
He wasn't there because I was in Ukraine.
Oh.
And
we didn't take him to Ukraine.
No, we didn't.
No.
But anyway, I think, Bob, where are you?
He's right over
He's right over here.
Yeah.
He knew. Did you know? He knew.
He's shaking his head. Yeah, he knew something was different.
Yeah,
It's got to be, Becky, you, all your life, that I've known you, which was a long time, 20 some years.
Yep.
You've advocated for people living with dementia. So all of a sudden to get the diagnosis had to kind of turn your world upside down.
It did at first, but now it's okay. It's okay. It's part of who I am, and that's okay. And there's a lot of other people that have different things doing, and I just try to live. How do I say? I can still read. Mm-hmm. I walk the dog all the time because now I'm not working. And so I'm doing things that I would never had be able to do it because I'm not able to work.
So I have another question for you, because Becky, you and I have known each other for such a long time. This is Tina.
Yeah.
And we've always worked very fast together.
Yes, we do.
And I hear you just said that you have to learn how to slow down when you're talking and when you're doing things now. So like I am slowing down and talking with you. I'm not trying to be, now I've lost the word. What's the right word? Patronizing.
No,
I'm not trying
okay.
to be patronizing. I'm trying to match where you are, right?
You are.
And repeat things to help you.
That helps.
It does, because sometimes I feel like I'm being rude and patronizing, and I would never want
I know.
to make you feel that way.
I know. I understand that. I do.
So
I
what
do.
can people do in conversation with you to be helpful?
Bob, help me with that.
Yeah, Bob, come on up here. We can
Come on,
grab
Bob.
a mic for you.
Here we go.
Bob's my husband.
Hi, this is Bob.
Hey, Bob.
And what can people do to be helpful? There's a lot of repetition. Sometimes if you get to more than 2 or 3 sentences, Becky might have forgotten the first sentence already if it's a conversation. So we go back and restate a question or a statement, and that will help Becky. And a lot of times it's knowing when to jump in to pick up a word or a phrase that she might need. So I do have to sit back on occasion and let her try to find that on her own, just so that there's no problems or friction or anything like that. And most often she will pick up the word, but as you did, Tina, just then, to give her a word, and then all of a sudden that'll trigger the rest of the sentence.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
brain is not at the same pace.
Yes.
Okay, and you can see or hear my stuttering, and I was never a stutterer, but kind of I am now.
Well, it's just part of where you are in the journey.
It is.
So, Becky, we're going to have to take a quick break. We're going
Okay.
to ask you to stay right here.
Okay.
We're going to have to take a commercial break, and then we'll be back here on Caregiver Crossing in just a few moments. So stick around with us for Becky Barton, our very special guest.
Okay. Thank you.
You are listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you as a service of Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. With locations in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus, Joyce House provides exceptional day services for individuals living with a life-altering diagnosis and compassionate support for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joyce House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their best life, regardless of their abilities. Learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or by visiting joycehouse.org today. That web address again is joycehouse.org. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing shortly.
We're back on Caregiver Crossing. I'm Tina McIntosh. I am in studio with my co-host, Terry Stacy.
Oh, yes, here.
Hi, that's a present. And Noah is our lovely producer. And so we are carrying on a conversation with Becky Barton. And so I want to reintroduce her for those of you who may just be jumping in on the conversation. But Becky is by trade an occupational therapist. That's when she and I met 20 some years ago. She is a dementia advocate her entire life. And now she is a beautiful woman living with a diagnosis of dementia. And so the pace of this conversation might be a little bit different. We're matching where Becky is today, which seems to be in a good place today. Yeah, Becky?
It is. It is.
So what are your favorite parts of your days right now in life?
Well, I like walking the dog.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that I have this dog. I think walking is very good because you're energized. You get outside, all of that stuff. I still read.
Yeah.
It's not as easy, but I used to. One thing is I'm a singer, and I've had to let go of a couple of people. What's it called? Bob, help me. Bands that I used to sing with. And I had to let go of that because I could not get the words out correctly. I can still sing, but I can't get the words exactly right. And that's one of the things that I hate. Hate is not the right word.
Well, it's frustrating, right?
It's frustrating.
Here's what I love about what I hear you saying is that you love the moments in life like walking the dog, like singing, reading. Those are all things that I think sometimes when we meet somebody living with a dementia, we don't give them enough credit for the things that they can still do and the things that they can still enjoy in life. And I want to talk about something else that I know you really enjoy, and that's your husband.
Yes, I have a wonderful husband. How many years have we been? I can't remember.
That's okay.
48 years.
48.
Married for 48 years. Can you talk with us a little bit, if you're comfortable, and if Bob doesn't run out of the room, can you talk with us about the importance of having Bob in your life right now?
Well, I couldn't do it without him. I couldn't do it. I mean, we've been married for a long time, and for so many years. He's sometimes I have a short temper. If you wouldn't know that, but he knows it.
Yeah. Okay. So we get lots of people listening to the show who are carrying alongside somebody living with a diagnosis just like yours. What would you say to a caregiver right now about the times when people are short?
When I'm short to him?
Yeah. Like, what would you say if I said, gosh, my mom's really short with me? What would you say to help encourage me?
Well, I would say I'm really sorry. Sometimes as a couple, you don't say those things, But for anybody else, you just have to take it slow. And for yourself that has the dementia. And I'm getting better with that. I'm a talker and a fast talker. And, it's difficult to change when you're this old. I mean, I'm not really old, but when your habits changes. And that's something that's different.
So let me ask another question. That what you just said was great advice for caregivers. Mm-hmm. If I were living, this is Tina from Joy's house, okay?
Yep.
And Becky, you and I have been friends for a long time.
Yep.
If I were the person living with dementia, what advice would you have for me?
For you, if you had dementia, I would tell you to just go ahead and what do you doing? And try to change things if you can't do what you used to do, okay? Mm-hmm. In little steps, because if you do it in big steps, it's going to be very difficult and you can't do it. It's little bits, I think.
So your advice to me, if I were living with dementia, is to do the things that I enjoy and to try. And if I have to make changes, just do them little by little.
Yes, excellent. And get people around me.
Yes.
That understand what's going on.
Yes.
Because you have to have someone, sometimes, like, I love my husband. But that's different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I have a best friend, a couple of best friends, and they're their go-to, you know, and you know who those people are.
Well, and you stay.
And I'm sorry,
You're fine.
I have a faith as well.
Yes.
I have a faith of. I don't want to get churchy on you,
It's all right.
but I know that God is with me.
Amen.
And I know I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm a warrior. And I think this has been a blessing, actually.
Where's the blessing in this?
Because it has made me a little bit not strong. That's not the right word. To take it easier. Not to get anger, but I still do.
I mean, we're all a work in progress, my friend.
You know, and have good friends around you. And I don't know what else to say with that.
It's okay. What I heard you say, Becky, is that the blessing in this diagnosis that you have of dementia, the blessing is your faith. It is love of people in your life.
Yes.
And it's allowed you to slow down and enjoy more simple moments.
That's right.
Nailed it.
Yep.
You, my friend, are incredible.
Oh, I don't well with that. But
Listen, it's not just because of this. I've thought you were incredible for as long as we've known each other.
How many years?
20-something. It's crazy. But here's what I love is that at a time when so many people living with dementia would want to crawl under a rock and hide themselves from people in the world, you're saying, I'll go on a speaking tour. I'll go on the radio. I'll do anything you want to talk about what living with dementia is really like. And I also have to say, Becky, thank you to your husband because he loves you so well. It makes me want to cry, but he's loving other people with and through you by helping you to have a stage to talk about the fact that you are still Becky. You're still Becky. You're the same Becky.
I am. I have to tell you, is it okay to tell you that I go to Sokoa?
Yeah.
I found that walking the dog. And so there's other places that you can go to that will have support as well.
That's right. Find your people, right? Yeah. Find your support with your friends and your family, but also professionals.
Yes.
And then, Becky, we're going to have to go. But one other thing I want to tell you is you come to Joy's house in Broad Ripple, and you sing with our guests here. And I just have to tell you that you light things up. I mean, having you come in is such a blessing for us. So thank you, because you volunteered at Joy's house 25 years ago, and you're still doing it, my friend.
Well, and my good friend, what's her name? I can't get her. Candy. We've been friends forever, and we go every Tuesday.
Well, Becky, we're gonna have to let you go here in just a second, but I love you and appreciate you.
Love you too.
All right, hold on just one moment here.
Okay.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing. It's a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing, brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. We're here every Sunday to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit caregivercrossing.org to connect with us, hear past podcasts, learn more about caregiver support resources in the community, and a whole lot more. That website again, caregivercrossing.org. Don't go anywhere. We've got more here on Caregiver Crossing coming up. Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing, everybody. Thank you all so much for sticking around with us. Terry Stacy, along with Noah and producer Noah. Tina just stepped out of the office for just a minute, from the studios for just a minute, to walk Becky and Bob down and let them out of the building. But boy, oh boy, was that one of the most powerful conversations I can remember here on Caregiver Crossing.
I think that might be one of my favorites so far.
Yeah.
What an incredible interview.
Just to sit down with someone. Here comes Tina. Tina's back.
Tina's walking back in right
Here
now.
she comes. Yeah. Tina, I just told everybody you were walking them out and you'd be back in just a minute. That was quick.
I love her.
I love her too.
I do too.
I love him.
I love them both.
I love them both also. They're
I love
amazing.
I love you guys.
Oh, I love you.
We love you. But that was
Um,
a fantastic conversation.
Yeah.
And then also, too, I have to say it was a sad conversation. You know, obviously joy, but you know where we go from here
Yep.
with Alzheimer's. There's no cure.
Yeah, not yet, but I have hope.
I do too. I have more hope than I ever had before.
Same. And, I thought it was beautiful, though, for her to say the blessings in there.
Me too. When did that
And-
pop out?
Right? I mean, the simple things in life and getting out and walking and moving. And I don't know, it's so
Singing
interesting.
and
I typically see people when they have had a diagnosis for a couple of years at Joy's house with our adult day services. I see people, after they've had the diagnosis for a while and they're starting to progress. And so knowing somebody as closely as I've known Becky for 20 some years, I'm really proud of her. Like,
Yeah.
that's what makes me want to cry. I'm really proud of her.
Yeah.
I mean, she should be proud of herself too. That was
Yeah.
really lovely.
Yeah, she's just an inspiration. And it's so important for us to remember that just because someone has a diagnosis doesn't mean that the joy gets robbed from their lives. As a matter of fact, she shows us what love and purpose in your life can do in spite of an ugly diagnosis like dementia. She's just, ugh.
She's amazing. She truly is amazing. And I know there are others like her that speak out about being diagnosed with dementia and letting that journey be out in the open for people to learn and listen to that person.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think it's incredibly strong and brave,
it is vulnerable. Like, yeah, you're right. Strong
but
and brave.
so important
And
to
just,
do.
I recognize that I talked with her a lot in that, but it was like we were trying to all figure out what is making her comfortable in the conversation. So thank you
gotta
for
tell
that,
you,
Grace.
and that was what was amazing was you kind of prepared us when before she came, and then sitting down, she really was comfortable from the very get-go.
Mm-hmm.
At least that was the appearance was. But she's also mentioned she was a musician or is a musician, loves to sing, and she was quite familiar with a microphone.
Yep,
I mean, it
you're
didn't
right.
scare her as there are others that come in and it's not comfortable at all. I felt like she was very comfortable.
And you're right, because that's that muscle memory. That's, the long-term memory that stays in the brain with dementia. What I will point out that you couldn't see because this is radio, but as she was sitting in the chair, she had headphones on. And so she kept looking at Noah as if she were in conversation with me, but which is what we find with people with dementia, right? There was even one point on a break when I said, Becky, it's Tina, and I'm sitting across from you, and I'm going to wave my hand so you can see me. Well, there's a bunch of stuff in the way. But it took her a moment to find me in her line of vision. And so thank you, Noah, for being present with her. And then Terry was on the mic trying to help her,
With
have the mic.
But she was, I
in
felt
front of
she
her.
was very
Fantastic.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Nothing seemed to scare
I love her. I just love her.
And she was awesome. And her husband, is amazing too. So glad
were-
we got to meet them. I got to meet them.
I was,
Although I've had them before. We've had them here.
Oh.
And this is what's interesting. We had them when we had a show called Sandwich Generation. Then they knew the date. Bob was like, that was 11, 12 years ago. And she was here for that. She came in then to talk about occupational therapy, I believe,
You're right.
and not dementia because she hadn't been diagnosed then.
No,
correct?
she hadn't. And the minute I said, this is my dear friend Becky, this is my dear friend
Oh my
Terry.
gosh, she knew who
she
I was.
recognized Terry and said, "Oh, you're famous. We love
very
you from
sweet.
radio. We love you from TV." Like, she said it over and over again. We'll have to post
She
the picture
listens.
if
Yes,
Becky's
we
okay with
definitely
that.
will.
Well, she's just she's a great listener. And oftentimes, the radio, we find out oftentimes who our listeners are from at where I work at WIBC. And many of them are at home. They're at home and they're listening and it's part of we become part of their family because oftentimes for some, this is what they have. They're comfortable listening to the radio and it makes them feel as if they've got a friend there. And we find that out a lot.
Well, and I just want to say, if you're listening right now and Terry just described you, we're so glad you're here.
We are so glad you're here.
And we're glad
That's
we
who
can be a
talk
part,
to.
right? Yeah, I mean, like, we're glad that you care and that you are growing and learning, and we're glad that you put up with us in our moments of, I mean, sometimes we're very vulnerable here and other times we're silly, and we're just glad you're along for the ride with us. And so thank you for that. I know that we are going to have to go here in a moment. All right. I think you know how to get a hold of us, but just in case, you can email me, tina@joyshouse.org. We do, in closing, want to thank our supporters, Cardon and Associates. They have over 20 communities owned, operated, or managed in the Midwest. They're great people. And so we want you to know them too. Until next time, take good care of each other.